All right, how's it going? All right, get this all set up. Hang on. Getting everything set up here. All right. What's happening, folks? All right. Hang on. All right. Hey there, Joseph. How's it going, man? What's up? What's poppin', man? Hey. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. All right. So if you guys happen to see some of the new stuff that I put out today, interesting. So they are resting. Tazzy is knocked out on the floor over there. He's sleeping on his back. Hey, Brent. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Can't tell without a hat. So yes. So yeah, it was a fun week so far. If you guys happen to check out, I made it over to Wendy's. Tried their what was it, the new Wednesday meal collab. That was interesting. Actually not too bad. So I checked that one out, and also then yeah, I don't know. If I have no hat, you don't know. Maybe. Anyway. So yeah, so I was able to do a quick turnaround on that one. That one actually came out Monday, so yeah, I was able to check that one out. Interesting. A lot of stuff in the meal. The mystery sauces were different. The Raven's Blood, Gloom, and Spoon of Gloom. I've never seen the series. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, they were called the Drips of Dread, and you don't know what they were. Apparently, they're different once they were like, yeah, that's what's new at Wendy's. The Meal of Misfortune from collab with Wendy's and Wednesday. And then you don't know what sauce you get till you open up. They were really like purple and red kind of blood. Drips of Dread is what they called them. The two that I actually got were like a barbecue sauce and then like a sweet chili. I think they had other ones, but you don't know until you open it, and you only get two. And apparently you cannot get them as part of regular nuggets. You have to get them with a meal. But anyways, that was fun to check out. Kind of bummed though that they didn't have the fry container. They just had that one. Maybe they didn't have them. I don't know. Anyways, it was fun. And then I checked out the pumpkin spice churros from Jack in the Box. Originally, there was going to be another Jack in the Box review, but I kind of pushed that aside. No, that particular one came with a Frosty, no drink. Actually, there was a new drink that I tried. I just didn't review it. They've got a caffeinated Powerade, I think it is. You can get that as well. That's a new one. Apparently, it has caffeine in it. So if you're into that one, but that has to be sold that separately. You don't get that as part of the meal. It comes with the Frosty, the fries, and the chicken nuggets and the sauces. So that's the way they're playing it. But you can buy the Frosty separately. I still have the Spoon of Gloom. Yeah, and apparently I don't know if I think you could size up for an additional charge if I remember right, or I don't know, maybe you can substitute a drink, but that's just neither here nor there. Something to check out from Wendy's. That's a new one. That's their new big thing. I've never seen Wednesday. I've never was really into the Addams Family, any of that stuff. I didn't watch the movies too much. I didn't watch any of that stuff. Oh, and speaking of stuff, I was able to I binge watched it. King of the Hill came out with a new season after what, 15 years? So they have that. I was able to binge watch the entire season. I have to say that I liked the revival. I liked the revival. It was kind of cool. It was kind of sad though, kind of a bittersweet to know that most of the people passed away, and they kind of addressed that in some of those episodes. Um, but it's different, kind of going back to the old series, but putting a new spin on it. So I'm looking forward to another season. Hopefully they'll go with that one, but still pretty good. Although they're still adjusting to the new the way things are now with all the videos online and um, using the phones and the apps and all that stuff. Propane and propane accessories. Saudi Arabia. Yeah. You know what? I have to go back and watch the end of the original one. Apparently, they left at the end for Saudi Arabia. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the old season, the final episode, and see what happened. I kind of don't remember much about it. I know it went away, and I don't know if I ever watched all of them. So, anyways, it was different. Yeah, it used to be on was it TBS or I think TNT all the time. They played or one of those other cable. They'd play them all the time. King of the Hill, late at night, weekends. Um, Fox I think had it for quite a while, but I haven't seen it. Yeah, that's kind of different. I like they kind of updated him, but they're still making him like a kid, you know. But I like the animation. I like the kind of tie-in. So it's better than what they did with some of the other ones. What they did, like with Beavis and Butthead, the new updated. I didn't care for it. I don't know. The writing wasn't very good, but um, yeah. Tell a story. My story. Hey Scott. Yeah, I'll tell a story. My story is I like beer, and it should be warm. Shouldn't be warm. It should be ice cold. Damn it, Dale. Yeah. So that was actually pretty good. I was able to catch all of them. Binge watch the whole what was it, 10 episodes, I believe. So yeah, there you go. All right, so uh, not, not wild about that drink. I won't be getting that one again. Sorry. I was doing reviews earlier, and this one, not my favorite. I don't know. If you've ever had Tang, if you remember Tang, I'm trying this one. I don't know why. I'm trying this as Cypher Viva Tropical. This is not carbonated. It is like a juice. And it reminds me of Tang with that vitamins blend. So, not my favorite. But I'm going to power through So anyway, in addition, sneak preview, guys. They put this out. I was able to send away for this. They dropped this one about a week ago. So you want to go check it out. Lucky Energy, new blend. This one has actually, it's okay. This is a new blend. It's called Cherry Pop. And you can see the cherries on that one. Lucky Energy. Cherry Pop. That's a new blend from them. Apparently, it is available at Circle K. Now, I don't know if it's I think it's just the original ones, the OG, the drizzle, the original, I think 6 flavors now. The new ones may not be out, but apparently they said they're starting to put them in Circle K exclusively, but you can order it online. But you'd have to buy a case. So, well, yeah, it may take a while to get there. I know some of the ones are really tough to get to. Some of the places that apparently they have things takes a while to get to them. I know there's some that are at 7-Eleven exclusively, or some of these other places that are exclusive, and it takes a while to get to them. So I don't know. Like I said, for sure go to the luckyenergy.com. You can order it. It takes a couple days for shipping. But you do have to buy a case, unfortunately. They do have a variety pack if you want to go that way. Otherwise, some of these new releases, you do have to buy a whole case of them. But anyways, that's a little bit of different little stuff. And so, all right. And if you guys actually check that one out, I do have this one. I like this one. I did a review on this one the other day, the Phoenix Energy. And this one is peach. As I like the logo for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, best to do online. And sometimes they do like a they do a sale on them. They'll do a release. They actually now have clothing, believe it or not. Lucky Energy clothing, like polo tops and all that stuff. So if you want to go there, I got an email that said that they're putting out a clothing line, like polo shirts and shorts, stuff like that, in addition to the regular drinks. So that was pretty cool. And what else? Yeah, well, unfortunately, no Pizza Hut for me. So you cannot get my $2 pizza, man. Sorry. Yeah, actually, believe it or not, I've been making the rounds lately. In addition to going to Wendy's, I went to a couple places, and those reviews will be coming out shortly. I was able to try a few places that I hadn't tried. Yeah, like I said, no Pizza Hut. I think that even the nearest Pizza Hut that I've got is actually a Pizza Hut Express inside of a Target. We do not have an actual Pizza Hut restaurant or anything like that anymore. So no, cannot get Pizza Hut. But there is one I do want to try. I keep seeing ads for it. I think I might go down there and check it out. I may actually get in contact with them. I know they're hitting the internet really heavy with their ads, so maybe I'll talk to them a little bit. Let them know. But this actually it's a local chain. It's a new one, and it's Indian style pizza. So in addition to pizza, they got burgers and all kinds of other stuff. So I might go check that one out maybe in the next couple days. So, but yeah, I was able to check out another place the other day. It was interesting. So I've been making the rounds. I've been trying to get out of the original, you know, grind and stuff like that. Trying to go off in different directions, find some local places, check that out. Also looking for different stuff online. No rallies, no checkers. The closest I got is frozen fries at the grocery store. They have the rallies. Those are actually pretty good fries. I've gotten those quite a few times, but we do not have a rallies. We do not have a checkers. We don't have any of that. But I do like their fries. They're frozen fries. They're like seasoned and breaded and what. But yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. No, again, frozen. I've had their frozen burgers. The closest White Castle to me is Las Vegas. Apparently, that's the only one on the West Coast. The closest one. Yeah, because unfortunately, you do not know what sauces you get. They're all sealed up, and you don't know until you open them up. And I don't know that there's any way that you can pick or choose, or I don't even know if they know. It was a complete mystery when I opened them up. So one was a little hotter than the other. But when I hear Inferno, I think, burn your face off. But I did. Yeah. But I actually did earlier. I think I did. Maybe I burned my face off. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, Wendy's Wednesday meal. That's the new rage. But I may have burned my face off earlier. I don't know. I tried them. Yeah. But I did try. I tried them. I tried that, and I tried that. So I did try ghost pepper. And a little misleading. I didn't see any red chips. Yeah, Wendy's Wednesday meal of misfortune. That's the newest one right now. With the mystery inferno sauce. So drips of dread. I think that's what they're going. But yeah. And believe it or not, this has a this has a certificate of achievement, and it tells you that you survived. I could fill in my information, whether I'm an alien or, as it says, hottest potato squad, alien, superhuman, ordinary human, meh. I think it goes to be how quickly can you eat the whole container. So, was a different one. But yeah, some of the ones I found online. So yeah, I have been making the rounds. I've been checking them out. Lots of cool stuff out there. I've got a lot of reviews going to be coming up. Trying to remember what one's later tonight. I don't even remember. Oh, I think I know. I think I remember. Not like I used to. These ones, believe it or not, are not as bad as I would have thought. I tried those one chips, and after the one of the ones, I kind of gave up all the super hot challenges. Um, yeah, these were tolerable. Now I'm not gonna get into eating the Reaper peppers and all that crazy stuff. This one was hot enough, and it was not terrible. I survived. My face didn't really get burned off, but there are a lot of really super hot stuff out there. Yeah, I've actually tried. What did I try? Spicy chicken feet. Um, they what octopus balls. Um, seaweed squid eggs. I tried. All kinds of different Lay's chips, imports, and there was a grilled chicken wing, Wagyu beef. There are so many different ones I can't even think of. Some of them I've done, some of them I've filmed, and I just haven't put up. Lots of different imports from Lay's or Cheetos that have weird flavors in other countries that we wouldn't get here. Some of them, they're okay. But yeah, always on the lookout for unique items. Pringles has a lot of them. Lay's has a lot of them. Um, what was it? That Walker's onion flavor one. Yeah, they have them. Like I think we have an Asian market. Sometimes at the Daiso store they get them. I find a lot of them when I go onto the websites, either like Extreme Snacks or Snack Attack. I haven't seen Tabasco soda, but I've had a lot of weird ones. One I was actually going to get, but I found out I've actually tried it. Called Echelon, and it was spicy energy drink. It was like Thai chili and habanero and some of the other ones. And then they had a new flavor, but I didn't want to buy a whole new pack just for the one flavor. Apparently, I've already tried them. I didn't realize that I had. Yeah, but it was like yeah, Thai chili and habanero, and I think jalapeno was another one, and it was mixed with the energy drink, so different. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they. I've had Tabasco jelly beans, believe it or not. Jelly Belly put out a Tabasco jelly beans. Those were okay. What else? What did I have? I tried the Tabasco. I still have a bottle of it. The Scorpion Pepper Tabasco. That's pretty hot. I still got the Ahmed's I'll Kill You hot sauce. I'm not touching that. That thing's like super hot. Jeff Foxworthy put that out a little while ago. And I kill you. Ahmed the Dead Terrorists. I kill you. Hot sauce. It is hot. You only need a drop or two and it'll blow your socks off. So stay away. But yeah, if you're going into the super hot sauces and all that strange stuff, I've seen a lot of weird ones. And what did I see? Some other stuff, but they've always got something strange out there, new stuff out there. Yeah, some of them for a one-time deal, definitely. I've tried a couple, and some of them didn't want to try them again. What did I try? The brainwash. That one was supposed to be a spicy soda with capsaicin in it. That one I didn't care for it very much. What else did they have? Yeah, yeah, that one. Believe it or not, I didn't even know it. This is what I was talking about. Give peace a chance. These are gummy pieces. Hey, man. Give peace a chance. And apparently I found out that this is by the maker of Red Vines. That's why they are called vines. From the maker of Red Vines. Dude. And they're gummy pieces. And it's yeah, actually pretty cool. Mango dragon fruit, guava sunrise, island punch, and passion fruit. Those are the flavors. So that one's the flavors. You can check that one out as well. So yeah, it was kind of fun. Check that one out. I got that one from American Licorice, but I think you can maybe Red Vines, wherever Red Vines are sold. And I also, I don't know, it's the same along the line. Got a one from Sour Punch. I don't know, you know, the weird thing with roulette, the pickle roulette, I don't know, with the banana roulette, all that kind of stuff. This one was cute. Sour Punch Enchanted Forest gummies. And you got the little dude with the mushroom and the butterfly and all that fun stuff. Little gnome. I don't want to say Haribo. Maybe it's all good. Like they got a pretty good variety. Yeah, I like Haribo. Regular gummy bears, I guess. They got a lot of different ones. Sour Patch Kids are good. It depends. What did I try those? The new Mexican Jarritos. Those were actually pretty good gummies. If you could find those ones, they've got the Jarritos gummies, the Mexican drink ones, at the tamarind and the mango and all that, and they're in gummy form now. So found those as well. Those were pretty good. Yeah, there's a whole lot of gummies out there. Different companies, different shapes, all kinds of gummy flavors and strange shapes. No, man, it's just peace, man. Give peace a chance. Should have got a thing of green peas and said, give peas a chance. Some people don't like them. I don't know. I'm not wild about broccoli or Brussels sprouts. I eat them. I'm not wild about green beans. I don't like green beans. Yeah, Starburst has got them. Everybody's got a gummy now. Lifesavers. Jelly Belly got gummies. Everybody's got some kind of gummy candy. I think Nerds has got gummies. They're always getting into different versions and different stuff. Yeah. I'm not a fan of Mr. Beast. Nah, I'm not. I will avoid the green beans if I have to. I don't. That's the one thing I'm not real big on is green beans. I like broccoli, peas in a pod. Some of the Brussels sprouts are okay. Asparagus. Just not wild about green beans. It's a texture thing. Yeah, I tried a couple of his chocolate bars. I did not care for them. I think I tried the chocolate and peanut butter and the regular one, and they were not good. Grainy, gritty. I did not care for it. So not real big on it. And I've heard the chocolate chips cookies are very expensive. So I've actually saw them. They were on special in my store and I passed them by. Baby corn's okay. Stir fry. Nah, not real big on wax beans either. But I'll go for yeah, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, broccoli, uh, most other green vegetables, but green beans, no. I'll pass on that one. I know a lot of people are big into them, but some people they just don't like certain vegetables. So I don't know. Oh yeah, well, a lot of that green vegetable does. Asparagus, asparagus, big time. Later on, you can tell you've been eating asparagus. No, no green bean casserole. No, no green beans. Once in a while, I'll tolerate like the three bean salad. Those are okay because they got the kidney beans and they're marinated, but it's a texture of the green beans. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Afterwards, you've been eating you've been eating asparagus or something because of that strong sulfur smell. So I don't know, but the green vegetables are good for you. So try to consume them. Regular anyways. Either asparagus or broccoli or Brussels sprouts. Yeah, ho ho ho. Although, you know what? It's crazy now. Used to be frozen vegetables used to be cheap. You could get like a bag of frozen vegetables for like $1. Now it's like $4 and $5 for a pack of frozen vegetables like corn or peas or vegetable blend. If you get them frozen, and if you get them fresh, I mean they're still kind of expensive. I don't know. The price went way up. I used to be able to get, and also even the generic ones are starting to get the store brand ones. They've been getting pretty pricey. Used to be get them for like $1.99 for a bag of frozen vegetables. Now 4.50. Some of them. And yeah, maybe if you get it at your local store, but I don't know the name brand, what Bird's Eye and S&W and whatever else name brands they have, they're getting high. The prices are not like they used to be. Just for frozen vegetables, corn and peas, and yeah, especially if you're doing like stir fry or if you're doing a casserole or something like that. Yeah, that's the truth, man. And even fresh vegetables are getting up there too. Fruits and vegetables getting a little high. You used to be able to get, lettuce and all that stuff. Yeah, vegetable soup, put it in casserole, maybe stir fry. Stir fry though, you really need um fresh vegetables. They used to do that where you could get the bagged vegetables for stir fry and they were reasonable, but now they're up there. Every once in a while I used to make like coleslaw. You get the shredded one in the bag and then you add the dressing. Um, but no, not too much anymore. Or I make like broccoli slaw where you shred the broccoli. Um, I may have, I don't know. I don't know if you've done like a the corn corn casserole or corn cakes, cornbread. jalapeno cornbread. That's actually pretty good every once in a while. Yeah. Still though, every once in a while I'll get a pack of Jiffy cornbread or corn muffins. Yeah, summertime, I guess you could do the corn on the cob. What did I see? A recipe for corn on the cob in the air fryer. You do it in the microwave too. I don't know. Just my vegetables lately been kind of Uh, kind of drinking this. I'm not wild about it, but this is a Cypher Viva Tropical. I do not. It's not my favorite. It's not. It's non-carbonated. It's vitamin-y, tangy type of thing. Would not get it again, but I wanted to try it for you guys. That's what I'm drinking tonight. No pizza, no anything tonight. Like I said, I was doing some reviews earlier and still recovering from the super hot stuff. I wanted to see if there's anything decent out there. What else? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go take a look in my grocery store lately. I went there the other day, didn't really see anything new. All the stuff that's supposed to be coming out apparently has not hit my store. I've been seeing a lot of frozen things, new items. Just I don't know what's taking time. Some of the different flavors have not hit. I still haven't even seen the Diet Cherry Coke. Apparently, that's supposed to be back. They used to. I've seen some people that tell new stuff that coming out. Yeah, I think maybe. I don't know. Doritos. I'm trying to think if there was some other ones. I've still got a lot of different stuff. Yeah, it's just they're just bringing it back. It's just a retro label. But actually, I've seen other flavors. I actually sent away for a couple lately. Very interesting. Imports from other countries. They get into Fanta and Coke and strange, different alternative versions of them. I wish we would get them here. They sound good. Well, apparently I did see the retro Diet Cherry Coke is out, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, and I, yeah, I don't know. Depends. Some of them don't get them all that quickly, and some of them don't stock shelf. I for a long time, it took me like over a year before I found the Seven Up Shirley Temple stocked in the stores. Apparently, it was out, and the stores never got it. But then somewhere along the line, they did. And yeah, there's a couple other ones like that I've been seeing. Some of the new Mountain Dews. And yeah, some of them are tough to find. I don't know. They're real slow on getting some of these new flavors. But I'll keep looking if I can find them in the stores. I've been finding some of the stuff online mostly. I know Walmart's got a lot of exclusive flavors. They've got the dragon fruit and a couple other ones. No, no window. Nobody's getting screams. It's been fairly quiet lately. And actually, weather-wise, it's been nice. Not too hot, although we're gonna get a little bit of heat coming up. I think something about into the 90s, so it's going to get a little bit warm. Still nice and mild here lately, in the 70s and maybe 80s. So I don't know. Sometimes a random stuff comes up. I don't know. That's just the way it is sometimes. What else? Yikes. Yeah. I just been hearing that we're gonna get a little bit of a little small heat wave coming. Not like 100, but maybe 90s. That could change though. And unfortunately, I think pretty soon school will be starting up again. Yeah, I've been seeing the kids have been out of school for the last about a month, and apparently a couple weeks they're going back to school. So yeah, nice and peace and quiet. It's gonna be going away. Now we got the school kids and parking and driving and going all crazy and doing all the crazy stuff. It's just that's the way it is lately. Oh, okay. was was it from Night Court? Back to school. Yeah, I still have my Happy Gilmore. I still have my Happy Gilmore cup that I went to Subway. So you can get that for $1 more. You can get your Happy Gilmore cup at Subway. I was kind of disappointed in the Happy Gilmore too, but it is what it is. I think they waited too long. Yeah, yeah, it was just a cheap old small little cup. I got the Happy Gilmore one, and yeah, it didn't really do anything. You just had to pay $1 more for the cup when you got a regular any kind of a meal. So nothing spectacular. They didn't do a promo. They didn't do a special wrapping. They didn't do a special Happy Gilmore sandwich. They didn't have a straw like a hockey stick or anything like that. I mean, they could have done that. I think they could have done that with the Wendy's too. They could have blinged out those fries. They could have put the Takis on the fries from the Wednesday's meal. that was kind of a for me that was kind of a cheap out. They called them, what was it, crispy fries, and all they were is a regular fries in a different package, and I didn't even get the package. But they could have put the fuego on it. They could have put some hot sauce on it, drips of dread on the fries. They kind of lost it on that one. Yeah, cold cut combo or eat fresh or whatever they from the first one. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of these companies are losing out on opportunities. They could do so much more, and they're getting really very lazy as far as promo and package. And I did see a new McDonald's coming out, a new Happy Meal going to be coming out. So yeah, they used to put a lot more into these specials. Some of these are really like really lazy. They're calling it um, a celebrity meal, and all they are is just putting somebody's name on it. McDonald's is notorious for that. This is so and so's meal, and they like pickles on their um, Big Mac. Extra pickles, that's makes it a meal. Or was it the sweetie meal with the sweetie sauce? And what was that one? Cardi B meal was, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. They don't tell you what they were. I just had to go based on what I got. I got the sweet chili kind of thing, and then the barbecue sauce was the two flavors that I got. Now I don't know about the other two sauces because it was all random on what you got. You didn't know what you got until you opened it. So it's all random. I mean, you could actually get two different meals, and you can get exactly the same items, I guess. But chances are you're probably going to get two different sauces at least. But yeah, I kind of remember that. You used to have the old when they used to do the glasses, McDonald's, and I think some of those other ones used to have the glasses, what peanuts and I still have. I think it's Burger King did it. I still have the Star Trek glass collectors items from when they did the Star Trek back from 2009. They were actual glass. They weren't plastic. Yeah, then they had peanuts, and then they had all kinds of. They were actual glasses. I don't do that much anymore. Yeah, I had those, and they lit up when you put them in the base. I think I had one of those at one time. Um, I don't. I lost it somewhere along the line, but you remember the Lord of the Rings goblet glasses, and what is that? I think someone had Star Trek glasses from like the original Star Trek picture. Fall Torpan and some of those other ones. I don't remember who had them. I don't know if it was Burger King. Yeah, I remember a long time ago McDonald. I had it for a long time in my room. Star Trek the motion picture poster, and it came with the Star Trek the motion picture Happy Meal, and you can get the picture, and it was 3D on one side, and you flipped it over, and it was the regular poster, and then it had like the Happy Meal that had the scenes from the original the motion picture, the Klingon ships and the thing. I don't know that it had a toy. I think it just had a poster tie-in. It was mostly the box scenes from the movie, and then they lack activities. Yeah, or the I actually have, I think somewhere I got it, the little chicken McNugget buddies from one of those Happy Meals that they had. Um, yeah, they used to have all the cool toys, and now nothing. I ended up getting a couple of from the little McDonald's. I got like four different figures now. Yeah, the McNuggets, and then they had like pants, and they had hats, and you put one was a Frankenstein that I think they had on them, and I think they were for Halloween. Dracula put little hats and capes on them, and they were still the little nugget guys, and you put the costumes on them. Yeah, no, it's like not quite the same, but it is what it is. They're coming out with a new Happy Meal. I think on the 14th or something. Been hearing about that. So they're always tying in something. Well, the BK's got one too. Well, technically, yeah, they kind of did away with it. I think they took away the playground, the playroom with the balls and the little tubes and stuff, and I think they made it just into seating. I remember they were doing like a big remodeling. They made that whole playground. Yeah, they kind of got away from the whole um, Ronald McDonald scare. I think that's why they got rid of the Burger King. Come on, that guy was creepy. The Burger King with the big plastic head. I mean, wouldn't you freak out if you were sitting in bed and all of a sudden some plastic headed king dude was at the foot of your bed when you woke up with a sandwich? And it was the logo. Wake up with the king. I don't know. No, no, thank you, man. Keep the king out of my bed. He's just creepy. And then he was like standing outside the window, peeking in at people. That was not the best promo. So I think that's why they kind of went away from the Burger King. No, it was the king. He had like a plastic head. He was hiding in the shadows and spying on you in your house and following you around, I guess. Got the creeper stalker vibe. I think that's why they kind of get rid of that. I know, yeah, it was scary though. I don't know. And then he got rid of the Yo Quiero Taco Bell dog because apparently that would put out the wrong message. Yeah. What was the other one? I think it was Burger King that they had the one the kids that they were like finding clues and all that, and they got into the Clue Kids or something like that. That one that kind of went away. A lot of different programs and promos kind of, I don't know, they discontinued them. That Affleck duck went away. There's a bunch of things that kind of faded. Spuds McKenzie, Alex from Stro. No more dogs and beer. I don't know. Not the best choices. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I'm staying out of that whole genre. Let him do what he wants to do. I'm not looking into it anymore. It's just there's too much controversy. That wouldn't surprise me. That's all I can say. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. So he'll be gone in what, a little while. He'll be gone, and someone else will hopefully clean up the mess. I don't know who. But yeah, we'll see. We got what, about 3 years. Yeah, I don't agree with most of his decisions either, but what can I do? I can not much I can do. Just what's gonna happen is gonna happen, and all you could do is wait until he's gone. And hopefully we'll survive. I don't know, but yeah, there's other stuff. Or if you want to be like someone else, you can move to Canada or overseas, I guess. Go somewhere else. know. But yeah, there's lots of other stuff to worry about. So what else? Trying to think if there was anything interesting or new. Yeah, true, but you gotta hang in. Let's see. What else? I was trying to think if I saw anything new, interesting. Yeah, King of the Hill. That was actually pretty good. I was impressed on that one. I think they waited a little too long to put him out. They should have put it out, what, 10 years ago, I guess. But I understand why, he wanted to wait on it. I don't know. And apparently, the one guy is going to be doing the voices of all the other people that aren't around anymore. So, I guess he's taking over some of the voice roles. So, we'll see how that goes on the next season. I know they filmed a lot of stuff ahead of time. So that's why they still got the voices of some of these people before they passed. So, I guess they were working on it. But yeah, it's a good watch. So if you guys haven't checked it out, go check out the new King of the Hill season. Actually pretty good. Pretty well done. I like that they didn't really stray too much from the past. Okay, yeah, to 2009. Yeah. It's been what? Yeah, 15 years between the end of the. And that was kind of weird too, because I remember watching it and it just kind of went away. I don't know. Maybe she is. I know Hank's still into propane and propane accessories. um, Although, all the other people they're still up to their same old stuff. Craziness. Maybe. I was never really good at Boggle or Scrabble or any of that stuff, so never got into that. Maybe you guys were a little better at it than me. I couldn't. Never really good at crosswords either, or Sudoku. Some of those other puzzles. Couldn't get into it. Although I did like, when I was little, kind of like the logic puzzles. Used to get into those. Those were actually kind of fun, where they would give you certain clues and you had to figure it out by process of elimination. Like the classic riddle about the chicken, the fox, and the birdseed. How do you get them across? There's a certain way to do that. Yeah, Uno. Kind of remember that one. Some of the old card games were kind of fun. Yahtzee. Lesser known Kismet. Ooh, what I really liked was, they had a thing called, there was two of them. It was called Tripoli and Romeo. It was like a card game, and you had to play with people, and you put money in the pot, and you had to get the cards, and you had to put them in sequence, 7, 8, and 9, and then you collected the pot. Kind of remember that. And the king and queen, and whoever played it got the money in the pot, and it was kind of that one. I remember that you had to go around. We used like pennies, or you could use like poker chips. Solitaire. Some of those old style board games that you'd break out on rainy days when your friends came over. Everyone had something in their closet, like Clue or Monopoly. big one. Was it Trouble? Some of this other. I remember the real elaborate games like Hi Ho Cherry-O. Well, all the different, a lot of different board games. Of course, checkers, chess, backgammon, life. Yeah. Parcheesi. What was the other one? Trouble, the bubble popper. Um, there was a whole lot of different board games. Everybody. And then you had the real elaborate ones like what was it? Break the Ice, um, Perfection that scared the crap out. Operation. Don't touch the sides. Take out his funny bone for $200. Battleship and what was it? Connect Four. Pretty sneaky, sis. Toss across. Yeah, there's a lot of different. Yeah, the board games and that Rock'em Sock'em. I had a Rock'em Sock'em Robots, believe it or not. Somewhere along the line, I got the revival of it. No, but you know what? I had it. I wish I would have kept it. I had a game called Bionic Crisis. It was sort of like Mastermind, where you had a card and you had a pattern in it and you had to try and guess the pattern. Mastermind, and then you did the colors and then you put them in there and you had to guess the sequence, whether you get the right colors or. And then they had the electronic Simon. Yeah, it something about cards, and then you had pegs that you put in the thing, and then the guy had to try and guess your pattern somehow. I don't remember. Just remember something about it. It was called Bionic Crisis, and it was back from the probably 70s. I had. Oh yeah, I used to do Simon. I had a Merlin. I had the electronic football game. What was it the other one? Bop It. Never got into that. Tamaguchi, I did that. Then you started getting into those little handheld LCD games, the little slot machines, and then some of those other ones. The bass fishing game. Remember, you had to cast it and catch the fish. Some of the other handheld before Game Boy. Everything was all dedicated and it was just all one. Yep, there you go. I had it. Don't remember much about it. I just remember it was a peg and you had to guess the pattern. I had a $6 Million Man, and I had the I had the laser arms and then the legs with the detachable panels. I think I even had a different jumpsuit for it. I had a G.I. Joe with a Kung Fu grip. Yeah, they used to have all kinds of TV board games. They don't do that much. Yeah, it's all online now. They've made them all animated and all that stuff. Part of the fun was just going into the closet, pulling out a board game, having a rainy day with friends, or if your friends had a sleepover or something, you would go in there and find out what you had. Happy Days. I kind of remember. So what was the other one? Payday. Hey, Claw, how's it going? Sup? Sup, man? Sup? Sup, bro? Yeah, no, they don't. Yeah, board game. No one's around for a board game anymore. It's all online. It's all computerized. You play Monopoly online. Ain't no one got time for those board games anymore. And you'd lose half the pieces anyways, or the dice, or pegs, or the little motels from the Monopoly, and step on them. Those hurt like hell if you stepped on a hotel from Monopoly. And everybody wanted to be the race car. Didn't want to be the thimble or the iron or the dog. I know they had the different ones I've been seeing, and they had Star Wars version and all that. No, I sort of kind of remember those. I don't know. There was a lot of obscure games. What was it? Stratego, that one's kind of cool. They had trying to remember some of the weird Clue, Kerplunk. I had one and finally found out what it meant. I had a game called Gnip Gnop, which was ping pong backwards. And what it was is it was just a little plastic thing, and it had hoops, and then you had colored ping pong balls, and you had to get them onto the other side through the hoops, all of one color in the other guy's thing. And you sat there and hit that one. And then with Hungry Hungry Hippos, that was another loud game. And the hippos, and you had to get the marbles, and that was noisy as heck. But yeah, they don't. And of course, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, all that fun. The little people. I remember the little people play sets. I guess I had the garage, and I think I had the one with the. Oh, really? Yeah, where did I go? I actually have some of those on there. Cards Against Humanity and some of these other card games and stuff that you could play. They have the home version of like the travel version of like Battleship and some of those mini versions of them. Not quite the same, but I guess you could do all that stuff. Uno. They had like, I believe they had a mini Uno. Really? Well, what was it? I still have one, Cards Against Humanity, and well, they have one called Exploding Kittens. I've seen that. It's a card game. But they're kind of expensive though to play. Exploding Kittens. And well, I saw some of the other weird ones. It was like the dog. What was it? The dog Wash the Dog, I think. There's the one that I saw. Yeah, one was something about don't don't hold the poo or something. I think that I saw something about that, and just weird games. It was like a hot potato type of thing. It was on a timer. You don't want to hold it. When the thing goes off, they got a lot of that weird stuff. I don't know. Some of those ones I don't quite understand why they made them. What did I see? One, it was a sushi game. It's like a card game with sushi. Just go down like Target or Walmart in the game aisle. Puzzles and strange stuff. And you look at them and it's like, what the heck? Why would you want that? Yeah, I hated that game. No one ever won. I don't know how many times I died from dysentery or drowned in a river or got smallpox. Yeah, smallpox, drowned in a river, dysentery. Can't remember some of the other things, but 99% of the time you didn't make it. I don't think I ever played where I ever won. It was kind of annoying back in the day. Everybody hated it. No, I never played that one. Um, I guess it might have been kind of cool, Jumanji. Didn't have the real special effects though. No monkeys flying out of the ceiling or hunters tracking you down trying to kill you or whatever else. I don't know. Haven't seen that. And a lot of strange board games. Uh, just all kinds of different stuff. It's changed a lot since I was little. Used to be very, very simple, and now, I don't know, they got all these weird card games and rules and stuff like that. Real basic. I mean, 90% of the people had Monopoly. I think Monopoly and maybe checkers and chess was like standard. But then some of them had the other obscure games, but almost everybody had Monopoly and maybe Connect Four, checkers, chess, maybe backgammon. If you were really cool, you had the travel backgammon where it was like a suitcase and was padded leather, and specialized pieces. Or dominoes, even you get into the dominoes thing. Don't know too many people that played those, but that was back. That's how you entertained yourself back in the day. Now it's all done for you. It's all online. I don't know, something about playing an actual board game, having the game pieces. Uh, couldn't cheat. Well, you could, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I don't ever remember that one. I know there were probably some obscure games. Some of the ones that probably weren't all that popular. But most of the time it was just the real basic stuff. People would have whatever they had. Yeah, what else? Mystery Date, they had that one. I remember my mom was saying something about Park and Shop, old one. Um, yeah, there's just all kinds of different strange stuff. A lot of them were tied into movies or TV shows. Sometimes they had. I think they might have even had an Evil Knievel board game. Yeah, now they're more online. The other ones that I used to like was the Mad Libs, where you had the little thing, or else then they had the Magic. What was it? Magic um, Slate. It wasn't Magic Slate, but it was the Magic Ink. They were a little thing, and they had the invisible ink, and you did to connect the dots, or you did the pencil, and you went over and revealed the hidden picture. Of course, a paint by numbers and all that kind of thing. But I remember the Mad Libs. Pick out the words, and then you tell the story. Choose your own adventure game. The books. Start telling the story, and if you want to choose this, turn to page 10. If you want to choose this, turn to page 130. Go through it. And then they had the invisible one. Yeah, they came with the pens, and then you'd play games, connect the dots, quizzes. Yeah, remember that. Those were all the handheld ones. course, then you had the magic slate. And you drew on that one. No, I didn't see that one. But I remember the magic slate, you drew on it, and then you lifted the little thing, and then you started over, kind of like the Etch-a-Sketch thing. Remember they had the Etch-a-Sketch? Everybody had an Etch-a-Sketch. Or Magna Doodle, what was that other one? Okay. Was it Magna Doodle? Light Bright, that was another fun one. Color Forms. Remember that? I think I had a Snoopy Color Forms. They had the little thing and you stuck the little figures down on there. Ohio Art, yeah. Color Forms. I think they had Snoopy and Peanuts and some of the other cut out little things, and you make your own stuff. And Light Bright, Easy. Well, of course, then you got Easy Bake Oven, Ouija board. Yeah, I didn't like that. That was too creepy. Everybody did like creepy stuff with that one. I think someone would actually push them to make it say something and think it was haunted. Ouija board. Never got into that one. I'm trying to remember some of the other strange. There's just so many different things. I mean, if it usually had a closet full of board games or collectible things, I guess, card games, board games, other stuff to keep. And then whenever company came over, you usually broke it out. Mousetrap, I remember that. That took forever. I never was able to complete that game. I was never able to do the whole thing. People got bored. I never saw that one. Jenga, well, yeah. What is that one? Pick up sticks. Remember that one? They're trying to pick the pickup sticks and take them off. Kerplunk. What? Don't break the ice. Yeah, but that got a little old. Then same with Simon. Never won. What was that one called? Superfection. It's like that dome thing. Yeah, my cousin introduced me to 52 card pickup, and I hated it. He got me one time. I fell for it one time. He says, "Hey, you want to play a new game? What is it?" It's called 52 card pickup. Really cool. What is it? And he says, "Okay, I'll go first. All right, get ready." Here you go. And he squeeze the card, say, "Win everyone." And go, "Oh, there you go. Pick them up." Oh, yes, Candyland. I remember that. They had, what I saw? I don't know if they still have it, but the years ago, they actually had Candyland and Scrabble that were actually chocolate pieces and chocolate boards. I remember they had that. They were kind of expensive, though. But yeah, I remember Candyland. You played the cards. Gumdrop Mountain, Fudge Swamp, I don't know, Molasses Swamp, Chutes and Ladders, of course. There was another one. I didn't play it that often. It was called Payday. Canasta? No. Played Life. I played Boggle, or what was it? Boggle. Trouble. Life, and a couple other board games like that. I don't remember too much about them. I remember one game I used to like called Flinch. It was a card game. Something about you had to play the numbers in sequence, and you had to take it off your pile, and the first one to clear their pile won. Kind of remember that. Nah, not too much. What was that other one? They actually had the game called Win, Lose, or Draw. Pictionary. Yeah, that was actually a show, and then they made it into. Never got into those. Wasn't enough. Oh, I have Trivial Pursuit. Uh, Mostly I did the trivia. I've done trivia in the past. I still have some of them, but we don't get enough people in here. I used to do I have food trivia. I have 80s trivia, Trivial Pursuit, yeah, food version of it. I used to do that, but mostly when there was a lot of people in the chat because it's kind of tough to do it with only one person or two people. Doesn't make it as fun, so. Really? Yeah, charades. What else? All kinds of different. Anything. I still have the Cards Against Humanity. I've got some trivia games. What was There was a couple other ones, but I don't play them. They're just they're in the drawer. Actually, I have D&D trivia, but not enough people would know that. So yeah, same Risk and Monopoly. You go on forever on those. Risk was it was okay. Could play forever though. I do remember the ones that they had that were kind of weird. Um, they were role playing games like someone say they're war based games. And I know they had like little cardboard tiles, and then it was like Battle of Britain, and you had troops, and you had airplanes and stuff like that. And you actually had war. I remember that. I don't know what it was called. I know some people played those. It's like a nightly kind of thing, kind of like Risk, but they had little pieces, and you had like Air Force, and you had the submarines and all that, and then you actual staged battles, I guess. Um, Categories, yeah, I don't remember that too much. Um, Played that. I'm trying to remember some of the other it's games and stuff like that. It was popular, but now they're pretty much dead. I don't know anybody that plays games. Sequence. I don't know. Yeah, I've seen what is it? Target and Walmart. They got like a closeout on all these card games and board games, and no one plays them anymore. So it's kind of a thing of the past, I guess. It's all online. So you guys can. Yeah, unfortunately, Red Rover, Red Light, Green Light. What's the other one? Statue Maker. Uh, well, and we had the old games, Jump Rope and Freeze Tag. Remember that one? Heads Up, 7 Up. That was a rainy day game, yeah. Heads Up, 7 Up. Who Stole the Bacon from the Bacon Jar? Remember that one? But yeah, those were like classroom rainy day games that you'd play. I don't do that one anymore, pretty much. It's not the same. But it unfortunately it's all online now, so games board games are a thing of the past. board games and card games, and game night, pretty much dead. You'd have cards, and you'd have people come over, and you play what, canasta or bridge or rummy or cribbage. Uh, used to like The Price is Right. Some of the older shows I used to like them, but I don't know. I kind of got away from the game shows after a while. Used to like the old ones. The old classic was Classic Concentration, High Rollers, Alex Trebek, Tic Tac Toe, Joker's Wild, the old classics. But now they're doing the remakes of them, the $100,000 Pyramid, uh, Family Feud. Uh, what else? Press Your Luck. No whammies. Nah, not too much anymore. I did long time ago. I went to a taping of a show. I was in Hollywood one time, outside of the movie theater, and they were looking for an audience to come watch a filming of a show. And they actually recruited us to go to this. They drove us out to the studio, had us sit in the audience and watch the taping of this comedy. And it, believe it or not, they said, "Oh, it's just a half hour. It's a half hour show." It didn't take a half hour. It took like 5 hours, because what you had to get in a bus. They drove you out there. They put you in the audience. You had to stay in your little seat while they got everything all set up, and then they went through the skit, and then they had to do retakes and all that stuff, and then everybody was always having to go to the bathroom, so they had to keep getting up and go to the bathroom, and then filming and refilming, and finally they got through the scene, and it was like 5 hours later, and then they said, "Okay, now we'll drive you back to um to where we got you." So it was an all day thing. I didn't think it was going to take that long, but we were part of a studio audience. They always say film live before a studio audience. Well, it's totally different. I mean, it's very boring actually, because they do the retake, they got to set it up, and a half hour show does not take a half hour. It takes many hours. It was kind of annoying, so did not last very long. It was called from like 80s. It was called He's the Mayor. It starred Kevin Hooks. I only remember it was only on like one season. I don't remember if it was like maybe the first episode. It was just called, I know it was called He's the Mayor. It didn't last long. And that was back in the 80s when I was visiting, went to Hollywood, went to saw the theater, saw the footprints, saw the all that stuff. Yeah, there you go. Didn't last long. It was not a very good show. It was kind of lame. But apparently, they wanted people for the audience. They just needed to recruit them. They said, "Hey, come watch a movie for free. You can watch a show being taped." And hey, why not? Didn't know it was going to take that long. Yeah, it sucked. If I remember right. Guess no one liked it. It sucked. Everybody else went, it's all right. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was probably the first one that I was actually at the taping of. Uh, you know, it was kind of lame. And if I remember right, they actually did two versions. They did one with one audience and they did one with the other audience, and whatever got the best laughs, they put that in as the one that they aired. Now I don't know if it was like a mix of the two, or they went with one or the other. I don't remember. I just remember. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was an actual one. But like I said, that was in '86. That was the only brush that I had. And like I said, I was out in front of the Chinese theater where they were recruiting people, and they said, "Hey, we need people for an audience," and then they drove you out there. I think it was NBC at the time, but yeah, it was that was it. So I got to see how it was taped. I also went to Universal Studios back in '86. So because I remember Back to the Future had just come out. Yeah, probably. Um, like I said, it was so long ago, I don't really remember much about it. I just remember going for the taping, and that was it. I don't remember anything else about it. So I remember after we went there, and then they said we watched it when it came out on TV, and it's like, okay, we were there. Yeah, yeah, just one of those obscure, things that flash in the pan. Yeah, it was kind of this one and done. I just remember the experience of waiting and being in the audience and having to wait through the whole thing while they taped the show, kind of behind the scenes. Because my sister, um, not too long ago, she went out for a taping of Ellen when they had the Ellen show. She flew out, went watched the show, and she said it was pretty boring, and they were tucked in the back. They didn't ever show her anything. Ah, that would have been interesting. I mean, back in the day, it kind of was fun, but I wouldn't do it again if I would have known that it would take so long because everybody was stuck in there, and I kept no every 5 minutes. Everybody can I have to go to the bathroom. All right, take you off to the bathroom, and then redo the line, start it up again. So yeah, it's not quite what it used to be, but yeah, different times. It's been a while. Back in the '80s, things are all different now. It's all I don't know, laugh tracks and all the different things that they do. Not like what they used to. So but it was interesting to actually go through that. So I just have a little bit of that memories, but other than that, not very much else memorable. Did all those touristy things, saw the footprints, saw the Walk of Fame, a couple other things. Did all the touristy stuff, but that was back in the '80s. Yeah, it's all canned. Or now it's AI. You get into the AI stuff now. So, into that. You get the people and laugh. And AI screws it up now. All computer generated. I don't know. It's kind of scary seeing all the crazy stuff that's going on. Oh, and there we go. Yeah, like I said, I just remember all that stuff, and yeah, it's a lot more. Like I said, where did I go? Um, just recently, I had to place my order online through the app and stuff like that, and the human interaction is completely out of it. Where did I go? I was doing something. I was ordering something. I believe it was, I want to say it was online. I did an order on some restaurant, and I was actually using the online ordering. They wanted a tip to place the order to go. And I'm like, come on, you serious? I'm using the app and I'm paying, and you want me to include a tip while I pay? Because I'm going and picking it up. I know it was stupid. It's like I went to go pick it up and they wanted me to include, yeah, it was I was paying at the terminal. That was it. I went to a place. Yeah, where I went to a place, I went up to the counter, I ordered at the counter. The place was hopping. Okay, there was a lot of people there. I had to wait like 20 minutes to get my order. And when I went to put my I put my card in to pay, they're like, "How much of a tip do you want to leave?" I'm like, "For paying at the counter?" And I put 0 because I'm just paying at the counter. I'm just giving my order to the people. The people were working in the back, and then they just they give it to you to go. I don't I didn't want to have to pay $5 on a tip for them to hand me a bag. I know that's the way it is to set up like that, but kind of stupid. I don't know. I guess that's built in now. Everybody's wants you to tip them for even just placing an order online, and all you're doing is picking it up to go. But yeah, the place that I went was actually really they were quite busy. I I'll have the review out for you in a little while, but it was interesting. It was a place I'd never been before. I tried it. I could see kind of was popular, but it's like all the gym bros were there. I think they were getting all their stuff like after hitting the gym, bro. Had to get their food on. They're taking it home. Yes, I have a few Jollibee reviews. I've pretty much done their menu. I did their yum burgers. I did the chicken joy, the spaghetti, hollow hollow, the pie. I think I did the chicken nuggets. I did the beef steak. I've done a couple Jollibee. It's in the playlist. But unfortunately, the Jollibee's not anywhere near me, and there's really nothing fairly new, so I just haven't been back. I've tried them. It's good, but right now it would be like it would be a pretty big trip to go try it. I tried it when I was in the area because I was doing testing in another city, and it was on the way back, and then I was able to stop by and try it on the way back. So, but yeah, I'm not going there anymore. Yeah, it's a Filipino fast food. It's chicken. They get the spaghetti, the noodles, um, the peach mango pie, a lot of different stuff. It's different. It's very popular in the Philippines. It's on like every corner over there. Only certain places though here in the States, not very many. Only a couple states have it. It's not like a it's not like a well known place. Only certain I think only like 10 or 12 states have it. It's not I don't know, maybe they're opening more as we speak, but yeah, it's we've only got like in all the state of California, I think there's only like 5 or 6 places here if I remember right. Yeah, it's pretty much up. You can't throw a stick over there without hitting Jollibee. It's starting to get everywhere. Yeah, some places have it. Some places have more locations. I think they're starting to get a little more popular. Um, See, we don't have a Dollar General. Can't go anywhere. I think I saw something about a Dollar General like 5 or 6 towns over, but I don't go. Yeah, unfortunately, not everybody not everybody gets it, but maybe they'll start expanding. Same with In and Out. I'm hearing they're starting to branch out a little bit. Some of the other places. And I found out the reason why In and Out is only in certain places is they have to be within like 200 miles of a warehouse because they only have fresh meat and fresh buns. So that's why they're not able to have locations everywhere because they have to be close to a warehouse. Yeah, because they must have put a distribution warehouse somewhere. So I don't remember seeing that within 100. I think it's within 100 or 200 miles because they have to have fresh meat and fresh buns every day. So that's why In and Out is not as popular. Yep. So they got to be near a distribution place. So if they branch out somewhere, they've got to build a whole new distribution place, and then they've got to um, get the base. So that's why it's not in everywhere. Freshness is key. I haven't been to In and Out for a little while. I might have to go check that one out soon. They keep raising the price every time I go by. Lately, was it the last time I went, they raised it up another 20 cents. So I go every couple months, but yeah. Lately, every time I go, they're raising the price. And I know they have to pay the wage, and I understand the food's expensive, but yeah. Everywhere, the prices are sky high now. Where did I go? Went to the other one the other day. I was like almost fainted. uh, Mike's. Yeah. Dave's Hot Chicken. They're pricey. Good chicken, just pricey. So yeah, that was a little bit pricey. And then where I go, Muya Burger, that one was a little pricey too. A couple other places, they're a little high on their prices. Yeah, Quiznos. I did not care for Quiznos, mostly because they toasted the bread. I didn't like the toasted bread, and they put too much stuff on the bread. They had like uh, rosemary bread and cheddar and all that, and then the sauces. I did not care for it. Yeah, I could. Actually, I thought of one. I'm still playing around with it. I just have to figure that out. I've got recipes and stuff that I've got to do a what's for dinner video. I don't know. I just have to get around to it. But rest assured, you guys will see all kinds of unique reviews, weird reviews, all kinds of stuff out there. I got a lot of stuff coming. No, no, we don't really. You know what? We don't really have very many Italian places here. We have a pizza place that has like pasta and stuff. And we have the one up there. I did one review a while ago, and it was a sandwich. And they do the sandwich in the day, and then they do dinner at night. But it's very pricey, so I don't go there that often. Americano was the actual one I did. I did a sandwich. Well, like I said, I have to find a good one. I gotta get it all together. I don't know. Lately, just been not finding anything. I've got cookbooks, I've got ideas. I don't know. We'll figure something out eventually. Working on that. There's just a lot of stuff out there. So, um, yeah, I actually I made one time. I made Mexican meatloaf that was actually pretty good. Uh, all the Mexican ingredients, tortilla chips, and um, enchilada sauce on top, cheese. Yeah, yeah, it was. My sister used to say, she used to laugh at that. He goes, "If you don't drink it, don't cook with it." He was like big into wine. He had several shows. I actually have a Frugal Gourmet cookbook somewhere here. I think it's called the Frugal Gourmet Cooks with Wine. Um, that was along the lines of the PBS of Julia Child and Jack Poupon and all that. So yeah, back in the day, that was kind of like the big thing. Not so much anymore. Now it's all Food Network and formulas and all that. I do have some cookbooks, slow cooker cookbooks, other ones. Well, no, it wasn't. That's not what got him canceled. There was questionable. There was questionable practices. Yeah, I don't think they do the buffet any. Round Table does not do buffet anymore. I don't think. Mountain Mike's does. I think they're kind of along the same lines, but yeah, haven't been there for a while. Actually, there's a couple of items at Mountain Mike's I'm almost considering, but they're getting pricey for their pizza. I'm telling you, $50 for some of them. No, no, no. It was legal issues. The he he had legal issues that were settled out of court. Certain allegations came out, and he went away. And I don't think they do. They then don't rebroadcast them anymore. Kind of like the old Bob Ross, um, Joy of Painting. I remember that, man. I wished I would have been able to get it when I used to watch the Bob Ross, The Joy of Painting. When Tazzy was a little baby, he was a little baby kitten, and I was watching Joy of Painting, and he would do the painting and all the happy little clouds and the happy little this, and then he'd take the part where he beat the brush, and he beat the devil out of him. Tazzy tried to get the brush on the TV. He would go up there when he would do the beat the devil out of it. Tazzy was trying to get the brush when he was beating the brush on it. I wish I was able to. I wish I would have been able to catch it. Like one day I was sitting there, I was watching it, and all of a sudden Tazzy was up there trying to get the brush on the TV. So it was funny. He doesn't do that anymore, but I remember he used to try and get the brush. And actually, I got a couple of them trying to get a pick light on the picture, and he's trying to get the picture on the hanging on the wall. Sometimes he goes up there. I don't know. He's just a weird cat. But I remember watching that show, and he tried to get the paintbrush as he was painting. The silly cat. He was when he was a little kitten, yeah, he was sure. Not for a little while. They got a clause in there that it's like every 60 days or between sessions, so I think I'm not in the testing right now. It all depends on when they get availability and when I fall into the new qualifications for it. So I haven't done any testing for a little while, but eventually maybe I will. So we'll see. So um, yeah. Well, although what did I did try one. It was a heck of a thing. It was a home test. It was something Atkins. Eesh. Hair. I had um hair foam. It was a take home thing. I had to take this it was like mousse that you put in your hair and it's supposed to take the gray out of your hair. And I had to use it. I had to put it in my hair, I had to shampoo it out, and I had to videotape what my hair looked like after I used it, I guess, to get the gray out. That was a thing. They sent me this foam thing, and I had to use it for like a week, and I had to show what my hair looked like. Yeah, but it was a home testing. They sent me it for free, and then they had to do all that. I think I got like 20 bucks or something. I don't remember, but that one was weird. One of them I tried was vitamins that were supposed to help your eyes, better vision, vitamins for your eyes, for better eyesight, like vitamin C. I didn't really notice anything different. Yeah, some of them were good that I actually did in person. The one I still haven't found it, but apparently they had the Reese's peanut butter donuts somewhere along the line. I did never find those. Those were good. Hey Kyle. Trying to remember some of the weird stuff. I'm telling you, drinks, uh, frozen pizzas, all kinds of just stuff. No, I don't know, but I only go by what they come up with, and they come up with some weird stuff. I'm telling you, drinks. What else was the one? The burgers, the plant-based burgers. Those were not very good. Impossible burgers. I had to do the impossible sausage one time. That was kind of gross. I don't know why I still can't figure it out. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know why it's all backwards. I have tried to figure out why it's not flipping. I don't know what's going on. I've tried to do it the other way around. Something with the front camera. When you use the front camera, it does it backwards only on live stream. So I don't know. Because when I do my videos, they come out normal. But I've changed the mirror option. I've changed the thing. I've tried to do it on the inline settings and all that. I don't know. I'm just going with it. Something to do with the front facing camera. So maybe they'll fix it in the next release that's coming up soon. Yeah. One of them I did not qualify for. Probably a good thing. They were they were running a test for adult based products that they wanted you to test. When I was at the testing, someone said they actually had that. they qualified for an in-home testing of adult, I guess, lubricant, adult lubricant, and they were supposed to be able to test it and rate the effectiveness of it, I guess, either with a partner or yourself. I don't know if I'd want it. I don't know if I could do that seriously or not. What are you doing? I'm testing lube. They actually had one that was beer. I didn't qualify for it though, but you would go in there, you tested beer, and you had to sit there and you had to wait for a couple hours before you could go home because you had to test different beers, even if it was only a sip or two. But they had that. They had weird stuff. Like I said, strange items. Yeah, there have been some strange stuff. I mean, strange versions of them, flavors, wacky stuff. I've tried a bunch. So lately though, it's been pretty much tame. Mostly just what was it? Vegetables, frozen vegetables, cake, uh, cookies, some of the other juices, energy drink type things. Well, yeah, they have that. It depends on what you qualify for. Some of them, though, they have it based where you can only do so much at a time. You can only qualify for every 60 days. Occasionally, they'll get something where they need people right away, and then they take away the restriction and put you in. It pays. Sometimes it pays like $20. Sometimes it pays a little more. It just depends. So we'll see what happens. But it's kind of fun to try the different stuff ahead of time. Some of them you actually find out that they make it to market, and you go, "Hey, I tried that." So yeah. Anyways, lots of different stuff out there, companies and whatnot. I'm trying to work on some other stuff. So wow, it's been 2 hours, and I think it's pretty much time to wrap it up because my voice is starting to go. Yeah, what was it? I saw something about some kind of tester that you could become a product tester, but they used to have them in malls. When you go into the mall, they had the people wandering around with clipboards. They want you to go in and test something in the mall. I remember that. They don't do that much anymore. Remember the clipboard and hey, we need product testers. Would you like to come in and try crackers? Something like that. So it's different. But yeah, they do have the rules. You can't talk about it. You can't. You have to be quiet when you're there. Just have to do your thing and go. So, and you can't discuss anything. What's that? Anything? Confidentiality. So, yeah, some of them you do. Most of them you're not supposed to talk about it. Yeah, I've been hearing something about they're gonna have a new milkshake coming out in a couple days and a new Happy Meal. So adult Happy Meal again. But yeah, but stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for all the other fun stuff coming up. Was I did put up the new poll. You could check that one out. Also see the reviews. I did the Wendy's Wednesday meal and the Jack in the Box churros. Trying to remember some of the other stuff will be coming up. I got a bunch of new stuff. Yeah, you guys will see it whenever I get it posted, and stay tuned for all that. I will be back on Friday. I'll do another live stream on Friday. In the meantime, daily reviews are out there. Take part in the polls. Pretty much just enjoy the channel. Hope you guys do have a good week. Not too hot where you're at, and just find something good to do. Go watch the King of the Hill if you want to. It's a pretty good watch. I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, the season's over. So I've already seen them all, so now I gotta wait another year or two for the next season. But in the meantime, I'll just find something else to watch. So I think with that, I think it's about time for me to wrap it up, guys. I appreciate you guys joining and checking everything out. Hopefully you guys will have a good week. Find something good to do. And with that, I think it's about time for me to wrap it up because my voice is going. And I'll be back on Friday. In the meantime, daily reviews, watch those, take part in the polls, all the fun stuff. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one. And you'll see a review coming up in a little while, so check that out, and I will catch you on the next one. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you soon.